I've talked about in the past that I'm for Microbills. When Congress submits a bill, I think you should be able to read it, because here it's saying like the bill in 2022 was over 4,000 pages. And what do the pages look like? They're plain text, like they're unstructured data. I mean, like theoretically, like you could probably code it almost to structured data, but no, they're not structured data. And so I'm thinking about like how to structure spinning bill data, because like initially I was thinking like we can just do JSON, and then I was thinking like JSON and Yang, which Yang like provides you with a template, or you can create a template that the data has to be structured in. So this could be in JSON or XML. But like this is for IETF interfaces. This is for like querying data on a router. So like I can submit data to the router, but I have to structure it in a certain way, like that, and this will tell me how to structure it. But then it will end up looking like that sort of. But then there's this type of data that I have to submit it to. Like it has to meet certain requirements. Like also like it makes it so that you have to do certain things. I'm not really worried about that, because like the more I thought about it, like I thought SQL is the way to go, which is a structured data format. Because I started writing this, and then I realized immediately like I had to do a relational database, because like once I got to this is the one. Once I got to items, and I realized I needed to do item ID, and then I was like, I have to do a relational database, and it'd be better to do SQL. But it doesn't mean that you can't output it in JSON, because JSON looks like that, and it allows people to go through the data more. Because I do think that the government should be transparent about the data. Like I think that like if you have an item, then like the sponsor's name should be on that item. So like that's spinning bills should be sponsored by every single person in Congress, even if they don't want to like agree with the bill. But the moment they put a spinning item on there, we need to know state and city and stuff like that. And we're saying like this is Port of Houston, and for some reason Pelosi's putting through, and then the descriptions, we're building a retaining wall, and the private beneficiaries would be RT Services. I don't even know what that is. I just made up a company. And so like we know where the money is going that much. But like more than anything, like I need to be able to do data analysis on this 4,000 pages. And I want people to be able to do data analysis and trust that like we're not doing something kind of awkward with our spinning bills. Clearly, like there's still like private databases for like I've been talking about figuring out how to structure data for the spending bills for the United States government, because like I want to be able to go through the data. Like I can't read 4,000 pages like in a month. Like you want me to read 4,000 pages of legal crap in a month? No, my entire life is reading. And a whole lot of these politicians, their entire life is, hey friend, you want to give me some money? And I'm not going to be the, hey friend, do you want to give me some money guy. I'm not going to be the entire month reading a spinning bill and not even noticing it. Like I'm a person that wants to have the data in a structured format. So like doing this also could allow people to work together better. Like we could have software for Congress where we say like, here's a submission form for that item. Like we're all working on this bill together. Like there's input for it, and there's the bill ID, there's the item ID, there's the amount of money you're requesting, and there's like you're sponsoring it. And so each time that you add something to the bill, you type it into a field on your computer. You type the information in, or you copy and paste it in, and then you or you can even, like if you choose, write it in this format. Because like say that you're someone like me who's going to be doing a lot of work, and like you can even work in an Excel document and export from the Excel document, and then like have the Excel document converted into this format. And then like so like you could have a field where you just copy and paste the string data there, and then it submits it to like get approved by like the rest of the group. Because like this could be like this could help people work on their software. So or work on bills together better. So I was thinking I'd like this for healthcare data, like especially like Medicare, police data, and like I was thinking about video IDs. Because I started coming up with this app because I was talking about buying 7-Elevens and then confiscating like Walmart and some of these grocery stores, and they all have like memberships in the grocery store, right? So that you get discounts or whatever. And so like what I was thinking is that like that app could also include video ID, which a video ID is like your video is like, this is me. Like I'm going to talk into the phone even. Like it's not a DMV issued ID. Like it's not like a picture of you where you're. This is me with short hair. Like the video ID is like, this is me. And once you have a video ID, it's a lot more effective than a lot of IDs, I think, because like you can trust it better. So I've been talking about structuring the data for the government better, because like it seems like the government's really bad at computers. Like it's like the weirdest thing ever is that like the government's so good at computers hacking people, but then they suck at like general computers. Like they usually do not have a good looking website, and every single city and county has like their own like individual websites that kind of suck. And like it's like no one knows even how to use WordPress, and like it's very confusing. So I've been trying to make the government better from like a tech perspective, because like I can't read a 4,000 page bill, but I've also been talking about like confiscating like Walmart and Safeway, so that would be Albertsons, and like confiscating and buying 7-Eleven even, and like what I would do with it. And I was planning on doing a vending machine, like doing like 75% of the store probably is vending machines in like 7-Eleven, but would they still have Slurpees? Yeah, like during open hours, like when there's an employee there, because there is an employee there like a lot of the time, or like 2 employees even sometimes, but there's also like no employee a lot of the time, and it's just on camera. And you can go there 24 hours into this section of Walmart. Say that there are 2 doors in Walmart, and we build a structure inside Walmart, and this is the vending machine area. Like that is like where is open 24 hours. So like you can always go there and get certain things. But my biggest concern was app access for vending purchases, because like say that I go to the Safeway app and like I order food to my house, like they'll come deliver to me. That's a person, and I would like to be able to like go and have an app for the vending machine where like you just buy stuff, and then when you get there, like it's all there. Like it's all brought together. Like you don't have to go, I have to buy one item. Like I would rather have it like be more of a vending machine working together. And that's why it is a serious computer problem, and it's difficult. And so like when I think about like 7-Eleven, like it's easy to just throw in a bunch of vending machines. It's hard to actually like design it the proper way. And that's why I think it would probably stay the same until we figure out how to deal with it. Like how to like plan this vending machine area where like it's an automated process. It's tall, like it's like a very tall structure, and it's an automated process of like getting your vending machine groceries together that are like, that's like the candy bars and sodas and stuff like that. Like that's kind of like a 7-Eleven inside of Walmart. But I was also thanking, there were a lot of plans I had for that. But what I was trying to talk about is this app, which is your membership card, which like if you use the Safeway app, it has access to your debit card. So the app's not mandatory, and like it's not mandatory to have the Safeway app and stuff like that. But you're still giving them that much information, and you're still putting the app on your phone. So like, I mean, you're gonna like, I think that for a lot of us, like we have to have the app. Like we would never pay $4 for the potatoes that cost us $2.50. Like we have to have the app. And so like clearly someone's gonna have the app on there. And so apparently like it's the government, but it's me. Like I'm the one doing the code. Like I'm that involved with the code. Like you know who's doing the code. And that means that like it's not going to spy on you, but it will like know like what you're purchasing and stuff like that. And that's the reason they have the app. They need to know like how much broccoli to have. Like they need to know like the purchasing tendencies of their guests, so that they can do data analysis on like your purchases. And so like combining the data analysis like amongst stores would allow for improved logistics as far as like supplying foods and stuff. Like it would know exactly how much to bring in, or a lot. We'd be able to do better estimates, but it also improved trucking logistics because you could make sure the trucks are full, like because you can always throw certain things on the truck. But like this app that I'm talking about, which is like also a membership card, which might as well have like it could be your driver's license. It could have a picture on it even, it could even have like your Medicare number, or like if my opinion is that every single card could have like your number for your medical care, even if you're not getting Medicare type care. Like if you're getting Blue Cross Blue Shield or whatever insurance, you could still have that number or the ID on that card, which is helpful. Like I think like as many like things we can put on that card without being annoying is the best way to do it. Because some of us don't want to have like 50 cards. But there's also the app, and the app is where they have like where you can use it to buy stuff. Like it's an Apple Wallet, like it's your credit card. Like you can go anywhere. You can go use it at the restaurant, and like it even has an ID for you. Because like, oh crap, I forgot my ID. Well, do you have your phone? Yeah, there's video ID. Well, that's your driver's license also. So like right now, everyone's doing like 50 apps. So you have a driver's license app for the state of Colorado. Every state has their own. We're trusting their security guy to be the best. And what I'm telling you is that like I will make sure that the data is more secure than like a general state will. Like they will never have the security people I have working with me and making sure that the app is secure. But it would be nice to have like, I feel like I didn't realize how much like we would be taking over when we stop the mafia from controlling so much of the private sector. And once I realized that, like I haven't even thought about how many of them are in banking, and like some, I mean like there are people in the hotel business, and there are people who are like in a lot of businesses, like, and so like you end up taking over a lot of sectors, which improves logistics a lot. But I realized like we're gonna have such a huge bank, like is like the real situation there, because like Walmart has banks, and we're gonna end up taking over certain banks. Like the government always bails the banks out, and it's like, well, why don't you just like take them then? If you gave them like all the money that they have, stop making these people crazy rich, just take their bank. But I don't know, like, but what I realized is that like, when you have this app, like the hard thing about it is like dealing with the banks, like because you have to have a business agreement with the banks, like Apple does with Apple Wallet. That's what I assumed is like you have to have a business agreement with them. But if you have like the general use bank, like the checking account type bank that people have, or if you're controlling their bank, then it's pretty easy to have that app. And the key to having that bank is basically like having that many locations where people can pick up cash. Because like everyone just, I mean, I'll bank with you as everyone, like, but I need to be able to pick up cash. Like, but like my savings or like my investments are still going to be with that company. Like they're the ones that like decide like which funds I'm using. Like I'm still using like maybe Northwestern Mutual, who I worked with as a child. I didn't think about that because there's insurance companies too. And like, I haven't even thought about insurance because like I have my group one, like I know a lot about insurance. Like I think insurance is especially for estate planning, for like when you die, like hiding your cash if you're super duper rich. Like a super duper rich person would have like tons of insurance policies that they're meant to die with, so that like for tax reasons. But what I'm trying to say is like, we just have to make sure that there are plenty of places where people can pick up cash. Like I even put churches on there. Like what are these churches going to do at some point? Like they got to figure out who they're following, but like there are schools, and all you have to do is put an ATM in a public school parking lot. There are schools everywhere. And so like we could have like dominance in like the access to ATM markets, like, which is like our bank would be that prevalent, like for like no fee ATMs. And I think that would make us very dominant in the checking account department, especially. But now I'm like going like, once we start thinking about investment banking and we go, oh gosh, well that person has that many investments, that person has that many investments. Like it starts getting like kind of like weird when like the checking